All right, that's it. All right, that's it.
Take care, man.
That's it.
That's it.
There's people on the internet who don't like us. Do you consider them enemies?
Yes.
You do?
My therapist ghosted me. I just thought about that.
What's up, you guys, and welcome back to school.
But don't worry, everything's cool.
I'm your host, Julyssa.
And I'm your host, Janel, a.k.a. the baddest.
And of course, we are here. Oh, it's just Steve.
Oh, hey guys, what's up, dude?
Y'all really
How
got
y'all
a beef
doing out
going on.
there?
I'm telling y'all, they have beef, bro. They
Yeah.
can't,
Like
they can't
each
be in
other.
the same room
we
anymore.
can't, bro. He fucking pisses me off so much,
What's
dude.
the issue? What's the tea?
I know. Talk to
There's
us,
so
bro.
much. I don't even know how to get into it. Let's see. It's the way he smiles. It's the way he talks. It's the way he looks at me, dude. It's the way he dresses.
It sounds like Kendrick in
It's the way he
Euphoria.
smells.
Smells?
Yes.
He smells?
No, he doesn't smell, but he has a certain smell that I just don't like, dude.
Okay.
I just can't stand it. Nah, but I mean, maybe we edited it into the intro, but Brandon's actually away because he did a half marathon.
Yeah.
Woo!
He out
Good
here
for
running.
him. He was running. Hopefully, I put the video in the beginning. If not, you'll have to imagine it. But he did a good job. I went out to support him. I actually saw him. That's why I might look a little more tan because we were sitting in the sun. But I was proud of him. I was like, wow, that's cool. I never think I could do something like that. I think
Yeah.
I suck at running. Yeah. Or I don't really like running.
Would you guys ever run a marathon?
I mean, I would now that I've seen it. I'm like, light work. I'll
Julie
do
said
Light
no.
work.
Julie
You wanna
said
do
no.
one?
Not right now.
it. Not right now.
Maybe when I'm like 35.
There was people really a lot older. There was kids who ran it too.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, wow. They like at least like 11, 12-year-olds who ran it the whole way.
I think running is fun, especially when you get that runner's high, but I don't think I would actively just be like, oh, I'm going to run a marathon. But it also sounds really cool to say that, hey, I ran a marathon. But I don't think it's worth it to just say it because it's cool.
It looked like it was rewarding, like seeing him. He was tired after, but like I just know, like after the shower and then some food,
Yeah.
I already know that sleep is gonna be
It's
so
gonna
good.
hit. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm jealous now because that actually sounds
Right?
really good. A sleep after a really like good exercise
Yeah.
and a shower and
Mhm.
you ate. Oh, you about to sleep like a baby. Oh.
Mm-hmm. That's how I feel after like a hike, cause like I mean I'm not a runner, but I'm like a fast walker.
Mhm.
Like I'll walk fast. I'll go incline and shit. So to me, whenever I've done a hike, I'm like, dude, the post meal shower, go to sleep, like you sleep like a newborn baby, bro.
Yeah, I haven't been on a hike in years, so I don't want to know.
Why not?
I don't just go to hikes. I don't know. I go on walks. I walk all the time. I walk to the grocery store all the time, but that's about it. Yeah.
Valid.
Yeah.
You walk to the grocery store?
To Trader Joe's.
I
up
walk to the
street.
fridge, dude. That's about it.
Yeah, I like to walk to Trader Joe's in particular. Mm-hmm.
They have good shit there. They have good snacks there. They have good snacks. It's
They
not
have
it's
good
not a real
snacks.
grocery store.
It's really not. You still have to go to another grocery store.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
really hate that though.
Yeah.
But they do have really good snacks. In like the trail mix and stuff section is like really good.
It reminds me of like amusement park like themed. It's like an amusement park themed grocery store because I don't feel like anything in there is really like sustainable for you to eat long term.
Yeah.
Not like a grocery store, you know?
Yeah. No, also it's like really crowded too. Every time you go in Trader Joe's,
Oh,
it's
hell
like you're
yeah.
hitting someone every 10 seconds. I'm like,
Oh
God damn.
hell yeah, dude.
Their
The parking
lots always suck.
It's terrible. That's why I walk.
it's probably like it's probably deep. Like you know
That's
how
what she said. Sorry.
every episode, huh? There's like
Can't help it.
it's like I can't help but set you up for it though. Like I lob
Mhm.
it to you and you dunk it.
Literally.
You're like it's
Literally.
literally Lob City in here. Julie, how are you? How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm really tired though.
Yeah? How
Yeah.
come?
Well, I went out last night.
Oh, I get
I
you.
don't
She was
really, yeah, I was
outside.
outside. I don't really go out as
Mhm.
often, but also I took a lot of edibles. So
How many?
Uh,
What's
I
a
took-
lot?
Are you still faded right
I
now?
took 3.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My eyes just mostly feel heavy, but I think it's just due to the fact that I'm just like really tired.
What did you do?
But
Where'd you go?
I went to this. I guess it's a new venue that my friend has been talking about. It's
Uh-huh.
called Framework.
Mm.
Shout out to Framework.
Shout out to them. I think that's what it's called. Sorry. But
Imagine it's not.
But it has something with Framework in it. We we just want to go see like the venue and stuff. It was pretty cool, honestly. It has like a whole bunch of like disco balls, and there's a lot of like lights and stuff. And there was this one point because we were like in the front of we were sort of like by the stage. There was this one point where we just saw like these squares kind of like just come towards us. So there's a lot of like, because there was a one point where you could also see like this robot,
Mm-hmm.
and it just had like this sort of like like the same as a disco ball, and then sometimes the light would hit it, and it just moves around.
Oh,
And it
wow.
was like a robotic like thing.
Where's this at?
It's in Glendale.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's in Glendale. And it was pretty cool.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
was just really tired.
Damn, this is the tired episode then. Because I don't feel tired, but it's because I loaded like 500 like milligrams of caffeine straight into my
God
veins,
damn.
dude. Because I
That's
woke
crazy.
up, so like to my day, I woke up. I went out yesterday too, and I was like, I want to wake up at 5 a.m. to like go see my cousin do the half marathon, and then Brandon too. So I got home around like 12:30 ish, and then I don't know what time I fell asleep. Whatever time, like I guess I nodded off, and then my alarm went off at 5. That's exactly when I woke up because I was probably just that tired. And I did the firefighter. Have you done the firefighter routine where you have your shoes and your pants
Like
and
right next.
like literally ready to just like as soon as you wake up you just put that on. So I did that. I put it on, zipped up. I had a yerba that I bought like at the middle of the night just for that. Immediately like, well, I drank water first and then I drank the yerba, and then I finished that. Went to go see my cousin at 6 a.m. Said,
Damn, that's early.
yeah, talked to him. I went to Huntington Beach. That's like, it was like a 45-minute drive. So I woke up at 5, did the 45-minute drive, got there at 6, got lucky with parking. I don't know how I did it. Literally just luck. Saw him, walked back, drove straight to get some coffee in like Hollywood. Then went from Hollywood to Griffith Observatory to see Brandon. And then now I'm here, guys.
That's a lot.
And I don't feel tired because I have like all that coffee and caffeine in me.
He's wired in.
Yeah, but basically this is the caffeine
He's
episode.
like,
I have a question for you, Janelle.
Yes.
You said you're on social media. Why?
I'm off social media just because I feel like it was consuming my life. We're to a point where
Ooh.
I just was on it more than I was actually being present and like living. And it was just like really overwhelming.
yeah.
And
Real.
especially with TikTok going on with like the whole US government, or like, I don't know if the US government, but the US bought it or something.
Oh, like
Yeah,
Oracle or
something like
whatever.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. And then like their terms and agreements were very strange and you couldn't like deny it or whatever. It was just a very
Yeah.
weird. And I was just like, I already feel like I spend too much time on this app. And then also the algorithm was getting really weird. Like I was seeing the same videos over and over again. So I was like, let me just take a break. Actually it hasn't been too bad for me there. Instagram really was easy to get over and get rid of. But I'm still on Twitter, but that's because I don't have the app. I just go on Safari and it looks ugly on there. So I don't go on there as often. So
Oh, wow.
yeah.
How's it feel though to be on social
I
media?
feel alive.
Yeah. Do
I'm
you think
I'm
it's
saying this
actually
for
beneficial?
a week. I'm saying I think it's beneficial for like breaks. Just 'cause like you don't even know what thought is yours. Like I was
That's a good
waking
point.
up and the first thing I was doing was getting on my phone and seeing what the world had to say before I had to see what I had to say. And I just think that that's just not a good way I want to live my life. And also like when we were kids, we would get online and then get off and go like live our lives, like go
Yeah.
outside,
Go
go
play.
play. We don't do that. Like it's work, this phone, sleep, this phone, work. I'm like, I don't want to be so consumed by my phone, and I feel
Yeah.
like that's what it was looking like.
No, yeah,
for
totally.
some
Yeah.
time.
So what have you like felt like, I guess, substituted in a way?
Not really much. It just feels like I have so much more time on my hands, and it's so weird because after work, I literally would get on my phone and like 2 hours would go by, and I'm just scrolling on TikTok,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh wow, now I have to get ready to go to sleep. Now I'm like, it's 5. I'm off work. I'm like cleaning up. I'm like making sure I'm like doing something that can help my next day, like
Yeah.
prepare for whatever is going to happen next tomorrow. And then I have been dancing in my apartment more, which is something I really love doing. 'Cause like I always like have a issue with dancing in public 'cause I'm just like very like aware of my body. And like for me, it's like really fun and safe for me to dance in my apartment and like get comfortable with that. So when I do go out, I can be more comfortable 'cause I like feeling sexy and desired when I'm outside. So.
That's valid. Do you think it's true that people our age, or at least this generation, if you want to get old head with it, do you think our generation doesn't dance as much? Like people say that like, oh, people never dance anymore at clubs.
Yeah, I could see that. I don't think when I go to clubs, I don't see people dancing or like really doing much.
Where do you think that comes from? Why do you think people don't
People
dance
want to
as
be
much?
cool. People want to be cool.
Performative?
Yes.
Oral
people-
form, as the kids say?
Literally, people are too cool to do something or be uncomfortable or be embarrassed. People are so afraid
Real.
of just that feeling, which it's understandable. We're in a
It comes
a
from
high-
that damn phone.
we're highly surveillanced and like obviously just very aware of ourselves.
Yeah.
So it's really hard to
Type
just get
shit.
out of
I mean,
yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I guess people don't like being like embarrassed,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and like everybody kind of has their phones, and
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
just the other day, I just saw somebody uploaded this video of this guy. He was rapping to Eminem in his car, and he was going full like spirit, full passion with it, like rapping super hard. And someone just like was recording him and like laughing at him, and he posted it on TikTok. And everybody in the comments was like, "Bro, leave that guy alone. He's literally vibing. Like we all have that time where we like a song comes on in the car and we sing our heart out, and like we better hope nobody's watching because we're like giving it our all, you know."
Yeah, I'll be in my car screaming. So
I honestly love seeing people when they're like literally jamming out in their car.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
And also, I've been giving myself challenges too. I talked about this before, like with the punch cards and stuff, where like if I do something, I'll like mark it off, and then I'll get the incentive that attaches to that.
Yeah.
So like for me, when I go out, I like to give myself like a little challenge for the day, where I'll like talk to somebody I wouldn't normally talk to, or just like go out of my way to like do something out of my comfort zone, because I'm like really the type of person who would stay in my comfort zone. So I really don't want to continue doing that, because I'm about to be 30, so I want to, live my life.
I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. It was right there. I tried not to. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm excited.
No, I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure 30s. People say 30s are better than your 20s.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm excited. I feel like it's gonna be a great time for me.
Yeah. You don't think so, Julie? It's cope?
That's crazy, bro.
What?
Can't believe you're saying that to us.
Am I canceled?
How old are you?
You know what? I'll sit down. I'm
26, 27.
like 21,
He's
dude.
21,
No.
bro. He's like 18.
Yeah, I turned 19 in
Why do you
November,
think he's
dude.
so immature, bro?
Damn. That cuts deep, bro. That cuts deep. Nah, I'm 27.
Okay,
I'm
a
27.
baby. You'll be 28 this year, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
In November, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Scorpio.
Yeah. Is that a bad thing?
Yeah.
Scorpio
Why do
man.
Scorpios get a bad? Yeah.
A Scorpio man.
Yeah. Is that
I think any
really that bad?
man is just
True?
so, or just automatically. But I think a Scorpio men have a way of like using their emotions to manipulate people.
Damn.
Yeah,
you can be emotionally aware.
Yeah, you manipulator, bro.
Wow.
emotion-
You're always
manipulative.
using your emotions,
Oh
bro.
fuck! You guys are bullying me this time for
Yeah.
reals.
We didn't even get to bully him for real.
I know. Damn.
At all.
Next.
Well, there you go. You guys are
Here we
getting
are.
your two piece.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
bro.
Throw me another one.
He's
Throw me
always
another
like,
one.
he's always like, bro, that makes me sad. I'm like, damn, you're just trying to make me feel bad.
Look at him trying to guilt trip. You see what they do? They try to pity you. You know what I hate? Why do this is a
Okay,
question
go
for
ahead.
men.
Go ahead. I'm scared.
Why I feel like every dude I've ever dated or talked to has said this word. Oh, so you're just gonna leave me like the rest of them, or you're just gonna like do this like everyone else has done to me? Why do you guys do that? What's wrong with you guys? Like, what's your problem? What's your issue?
Well, I don't do that. I've never done that.
You've never done that. You never guilt tripped. You're not perfect. Come on.
No, I mean like, I don't know how personal should I get in it right now. I've just never been like that. I've never said that. I swear to you,
We're
on
gonna
my
get in-
mother's life, I've never been like that.
We're gonna get in the nitty gritty one day. And
Yeah,
we'll figure
definitely.
more about
We'll
it.
do it like on a Patreon.
Yeah.
Because like, I think I could actually answer that like to the fullest
We're gonna
extent.
see your toxic
But
traits.
no, I've never
Yeah.
been like that.
Wait, what was your question? Why do
Why
men
do men?
ask?
I feel like I've had situations where men have always been like, oh, like maybe I've just dated really terrible people. That could be. That could be a real.
Could be.
I don't think they're all that bad, but hey, they always was like when it's like ending or like when we have like an issue or something like that. The first thing they're gonna say is like, oh, you're just gonna leave me like the rest of them, or you're just gonna like
It's like a guilt trip, kind of being
Pity.
like, "Oh, it's okay. You can leave. Everybody else does
yeah,
anyways."
right, exactly. And it's just like,
Some Disney ass line.
get out of here.
Yeah.
You need to leave.
Yeah, exactly.
So
like,
no.
Interesting.
I don't do that. I think that's like incorporated to like for sure. Like try to invoke empathy from you of
Mhm.
like, you see,
Pity.
like nobody understands me. I thought you did, but
Yeah.
it's whatever's, I guess. You know what I mean? Like,
Men, I think men just have a really interesting way of communicating their emotions when they're not emotionally aware.
for sure. I think you
sure.
kind of did a really good like analysis like a couple episodes ago where you were talking about how like men and women are taught different things.
Mhm.
I think a lot of men aren't really taught to express their emotions, and I'm not saying that as like a sob story, like feel
No, but
bad
it's
for
true.
men,
Yeah.
but like because they're not really like taught that, or at least it's not as normalized. They don't really navigate or have the experience of what to do when they feel an emotion.
Mm-hmm.
So instead, they kind of because you can to me at least, the older I get, the more I'm like, there's no actually ignoring your emotions. They're
Yeah.
gonna manifest and come out in some way. So I think for some guys who don't know how to communicate, like I guess like that they care about you and that they don't want you to
Mhm.
leave, they'll just be like, I guess you're just like everybody else.
Yeah.
Like some Disney Channel ass line. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
super immature for sure.
Yeah.
But I'm not like that.
And I think that's why.
Just-
it's not me.
Just throwing that in there. I'm
Yeah.
not like that.
No, I think it's just because, and I think that's why women connect easier with each other, because
For sure.
we are very like emotionally in tune and are taught to think that way and express ourselves and such. And men are just not allowed that as often as they should.
For
so it's okay.
sure.
I understand, but at a certain point, you should know right from wrong, and you should know how to work on communicating that.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess the reason why I'm like dozing off is because I thought about this hot take that I heard once, where it's like men usually have more friends because they usually excuse bad behavior more.
Yeah. Like y'all don't even be going to like birthday parties or
Yeah.
just like, oh, like you got married. Like, how do you not know your best friend got married or something
Yeah.
like that? It's just very.
Because for me,
Yeah.
I enjoy intent in my like friendships, and so like I've noticed that though there is a lot of dudes out there who just like because they grew up just with kind of that learning that cold demeanor that men are supposed to be a little bit more like non-emotional. A lot of them do shitty things, and I'm like, I just don't fuck with that at all.
Yeah.
I'm just like, and also like I don't get the indirectness. I hate the passiveness or the passive aggressiveness or like the indirectness that a lot of dudes do. Like, because I'm just like, dude, we're adults. Like at the end of the day, we're all fucking adults. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
why can't we just say what we feel?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or
Right.
work on it, or at least try. I think
Mhm.
it's sometimes you just trying is the first start, because a lot of times you were never taught this, so you have to learn how to try at first. So
Yeah.
it's okay.
Because you know why I think people don't like, and this is in general. I think you know why people don't ever change for the better. It's because I think the first step is like accountability, and I think it's and I'm not saying this as to take a dig on people, but I think that's a really hard thing for a lot of people to be like. Because then if you're like, let's use that example of like if you're a dude who hasn't been expressing themselves in the correct way, emotionally, you have to first accept that you've done things the wrong, quote unquote, wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a big step. It's
Yeah.
a lot of self-awareness, and it's also accountability. Accountability is scary because you have to basically look at yourself and be like, I was wrong.
Yeah.
And that's really
really big.
mature. Yeah.
I think the greatest attribute anyone can have is just the ability to be open to like changing your mind, because you can learn something and be so headstrong about it,
yeah,
and
true.
then new information can come along and it can prove that wrong, and you can be open to like changing your mind. Like
100%.
I want to be open to changing my mind at any given chance, because it's like not to say that I'm like gonna be like someone who just like flip flops everywhere, but it's just like understanding that like new information can also breed like so much value to your life and like actually opening you up to a lot of different things. So
Yeah, like I agree. I agree because I think especially in this day and age, I don't know if it's like people want to be more performative, kind of like how we were saying, but
Yeah.
it's like people always want to seem like they're right. Like, and so I think the idea of changing your opinion has become a little demonized. Like an example I could give is like me. Like I used to really fuck with Elon Musk. I used to think that he was actually like one of the good
Same.
guys who was like, oh, he was looking for humanity and that he was gonna like change the world for the better. But then when I was presented with new information, I realized like, oh, obviously he's a fucking evil billionaire, you know?
yeah.
And to me, like I can acknowledge that I was wrong in that. But I also think like it's very difficult to ever forgive people who make that association, right? Like let's say someone who likes Elon Musk now, and then like I guess the Epstein Files came out, and it's like, oh my god, he really is a pedophile. I don't fuck with him anymore.
Yeah.
It's gonna be really hard for people to forgive that guy
Yeah.
that he liked Elon Musk, right? It's just like I think it's just like a modern age thing, or maybe it's always been that way.
Yeah.
But
probably.
I think it's hard for people to accept change,
Yeah.
even if it's not them changing
Yeah.
themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Agree. Totally.
Yeah,
Sure.
but I guess moving on to the topic, since I already basically mentioned it. Just a couple of days ago, for those of you who don't know, the U.S. Justice Department released over 3 million new pages of the Epstein Files. So as you guys can imagine, 3 million is a lot. And I imagine there's still so many things that people have yet to discover, because I don't know how you could like skim through 3 million pages without missing something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I kind of wanted to take this time to just go over, I guess, some of the big things that were revealed. I almost don't even know where to start.
It is so much.
It is so
literally
much.
So much.
Off the top of my head, Bill Gates apparently caught an STD from a Russian girl that he had acquired from Epstein, and he was worried. Bill Gates was worried about giving the STD to his wife, so he was secretly putting medications that he received from Epstein into her food. Real thing, look it up.
That's crazy.
Emails. So, okay, so
That is just
maybe I should no, I should definitely front this. Super big trigger warning disclaimer for anybody out there who has experienced or has just like trouble listening to stories about SA. Because there's a lot of it, and beyond that, there's so much more than that. So I just want to give like a little trigger warning for everybody, because I'm gonna not really pull my punches, because I think it's extremely important to call it what it is, to call pedophile, to call rape, to say these words and to not censor myself, because I don't want to desensitize people. And I also don't want to, you know, when people say like unalive and stuff, I understand the value of it in terms of like censorship, because Instagram will like, will punish you. But I think with stuff like this, like I want to use the actual words, because they're that hurtful, and people deserve to feel the full like impact of what the fuck these evil people in the world are doing. Because like I was telling Brandon, I wish he was here. I wish he was here. I was telling Brandon that I when they first released, I like almost couldn't get it off my mind, because I almost don't want it to be off my mind. Like, these files literally reveal that so many people who run the world are genuine pedophiles.
Yeah.
Like pedophiles who have raped, murdered, and taken advantage of kids. And it's fucking disgusting. It's not even just disgusting. I'm just like, dude, how are we not like burning everything to the ground right now?
Exactly.
Because I have so much to say about this shit. Like, one thing, fuck like the political spectrum, fuck whatever, like of like you want to call it liberals, conservatives, left, right, Republicans, Democrats, and anything in between, anything else. I think we all can agree that in no fucking world should a couple of rich pedophiles be running the fucking world.
Yeah.
Right? No, like that isn't even like an issue that I think any liberal, like conservative, can disagree on. I think we all can agree on that people who do that should literally be put in the fucking ground.
Yeah.
Like
stoned.
Like it's so crazy to me that
I'm
like,
so serious.
but no, me too. Like, I am so fucking serious that like I am almost convinced that something is gonna happen now with the release of this. Is it maybe that people just aren't aware? Like,
Maybe.
but the amount of shit that's in these emails is insane. There's stuff about how they apparently like ripped apart like literal like fetuses and kids, and like the people saying that there's like allegations of cannibalism, that they beheaded children, that there's like accounts from like 14, 15-year-old girls about like that there's like whole rooms and whole people of who are just raping like kids and literally murdering them. Did you see that allegation of some Trump, the fucking president of the United States, that he threatened a 12-year-old girl's family, saying that he would kill them because the 12-year-old girl was and I'm telling you, trigger warning, was apparently like giving him like oral pleasure and bit him, and he threatened to kill her entire family.
Oh wow.
Like there's FBI allegations like that. Of course, whatever you want to say, they're allegations, but there's still reports, and they can't all be false. And not only that, you really tell me it's big of a stretch to really think like that guy wouldn't do some shit like that?
Exactly.
And there's just so much that aren't even allegations, that are just proof. Like fucking Elon Musk. Speaking of Elon Musk, his is a little comical, because he so badly wanted to be part of this like weird group of. This is for sure gonna get demonetized. I've already said like pedophiles, but fucking pedophiles.
Yeah.
Did you read his messages? Did you guys read it? He's like, girls for the win. Like, when are you having your next like most like extreme parties? Have you seen it?
No, I haven't.
Like, and it literally says Elon at SpaceX, which also there's just so much to cover, bro. There's just so much to unpack. Like, I can't even begin. Like did you see Prince Andrew? How he apparently, same thing, that he, I think, assaulted a 16-year-old girl and then murdered her?
Really?
No.
Or tortured her? I mean, a lot of these are FBI, I think, what is it called? Intake reports?
Yeah, investigative reports. I saw one where they were saying how someone had emailed Jeffrey and was like, I really enjoyed that torture video or whatever. I'm like,
yeah.
That shit was insane.
And it's just like, how much outrage do we need to have for this to be like this is like in a place where it's just unconceivable kind of things. Like, you are doing some the evilest things, and you're masking it. I saw someone mask it saying, oh, they weren't children, they were like 14, 15.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
What
People trying to,
what are we
rationalize?
saying right now? I really do believe pedophiles, rapists, any of those people, they should, especially when you're harming children, innocent children, you should be stoned in public. We should bring back stoning and shaming people, because I don't understand why this is not something that, like, we could talk about it, but like what like actually can they do to like really, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's just like, it's very strange. Not strange, idiotic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's so much. Did you see that? This is gonna be so hard to explain, but have you guys ever heard of 4chan?
Mm-mm.
You've heard of 4chan?
Yeah, no.
So it's basically, do you know Reddit?
Yes.
It's basically an even more like niche, like complex version of Reddit, where it's just so like, I don't even know how to explain what 4chan is. It's like a forum, basically, like a forum website, one of the biggest in the world. And it's so like the lack of censorship on there is huge. You could basically post or say whatever you want on there. But basically, there's like evidence to suggest that Jeffrey Epstein has like an actual big hand in pushing out like a lot of the conservative, like, to the, what is it called, the conservative pipeline to children in the like early 2010s. So a lot of like the rise in like right-wing media that exists now in 2026 is directly like an effect of Jeffrey Epstein. It's so complicated, like I can't even articulate how like in depth some of these emails are, and how much information is really on these files, because there's pictures, there's videos. Have you seen the videos of him playing tag with these two girls?
Yes. Also, it's just
crazy.
Okay, the thing I have an issue with is just how it's being presented, because I think when you are releasing something of this magnitude, it should be treated with more care in a way. Not to say that you need to I don't want to say like hide or like not like really show everything or really things like that, but I think in a way you have to be very clear on what these are, what these say, because it can be misconstrued and changed, and you know, a lot of people can take a lot of different things, because a lot of people don't read full like articles, full things. They read the headline and they keep it going about their day. And I think it's very important that people like actually, when whoever's releasing these things, the government, they should make sure that they're, which I know they're not, because look, you know, but because I think that's the reason why they're doing it. They're just, you know, pushing all this stuff out, and so you can get like caught up in the maze, and then like you use these little random like names of these, you know, hot people, and you kind of get distracted and seeing what's actually being done here. And I think it's just a very dangerous game to play, because it's like you should be very careful of like, point out what's actually going, what is actually in this, say what it is, stop redacting things at the like, I want to know who the hell sent a torture video. What the fuck is that?
Right?
That is insane.
Don't the public deserve to know?
Exactly. If you're going to release this with full transparency in a way that is also just like, not just being like irresponsible. Because I think it's very irresponsible.
Yeah, exactly.
And you need to be very clear about, like, for instance, like what we're talking about in the group chat, because I was going through it. With investigative reports about Jay-Z and Pusha T, where those are investigative reports from the FBI. So they weren't investigated. They weren't collaborated. They were just like something someone said in 2019 that the FBI intaked, and they wrote it down. So like, it's just, you have to be very careful about like how these things are going to be. Yeah. Because people can take it, and then also how social media already runs away with things, you know? Yeah,
no, I agree, because I also think that there's like, because there's so many files, there's the intakes, but then there's actual real evidence and emails of people doing horrendous shit.
And you're getting distracted.
Yeah. And those aren't the same thing.
Yes.
Those aren't the same thing. One of them is, like you said, like a report. The other one is it's a real screenshot of a real email between people. Yeah. Like there were so many. Did you know that he was associated with so many people who were in power? And I think the reason why it hasn't blown up is because they're not hot names like that. Yeah. Because they're not like Jay-Z. Exactly. Because they're not Pusha T. Like one of the guys that he was associated with is the guy who directed the Melania movie. There's a picture in the files of the director of the Melania movie next to Jeffrey Epstein and a couple of girls. Like, that's a real picture. And you know what else? I think, if I could be wrong, but I'll fact check it, I think he's the same director who made the Rush Hour movies.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I need to fact check it, but I think if it's not, then the Rush Hour director is also in a picture with Epstein. And Rockstar, who makes GTA, all those Grand Theft Auto games, there's evidence that showed that he was in association also with Epstein. Like, and the reason why that's not making groundbreaking news is because they're not famous.
Yeah.
And but they have power.
And that's a lot of times the power is like silent. You just, you don't know the names, but they have it still, you know?
For sure.
That's scary.
It's just there's so much. You know what was
like,
another one?
What is it all tied to? Like it's all tied to just how the government works, how everything is like played out, and it's just like a little scary to think about and to uncover, because like each piece is gonna uncover a little bit more. Like what don't we know? This is what they're sharing with us. They're redacting things. Like what else are?
Well, because Stevie was also mentioning that a lot of the stuff that they didn't release because it's too gory.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I forgot who it was. I saw a video on it, but somebody in the DOJ was saying that some of the Epstein files weren't released because they were too gory.
And also, this is a government that you can't trust. So, like, we don't even.
I just don't understand. Like, I would understand protecting the victims. Like, I get that, but why protect? Why take off? Why
protect the pedophiles
of like the actual people who harm these people? Like, why is the government protecting them so much? Like, why? What is the? To me, it's just more like, what does the government owe them to be protecting them?
Because they're part of the government.
I'm also just shocked.
But I just feel like, I don't know. I just don't understand like the protectionness of these evil people. Like
why would you want to protect someone who's harming children or you know, being this evil? But it's because these people are in power. Yeah, and that's why they're being protected. Because that's the only reason that would make sense. Because why would you want... And also, this government is a very sketchy government to start with. So it's like, how can you trust anything that they're, you know, saying, putting out, or whatever? It's just really scary. Yeah. And it's like, especially as a public, when you're just trying to digest a lot of different things and just everyday life to digest this as well and be like, oh my God, what are we a part of? Like, what are we witnessing? What are we not, you know, aware of? Yeah. So it is scary.
Like, so to be more specific, because I really do think it's important that people understand specific. And I'm so sorry that this is such heavy material, because what I'm about to read is pretty heavy. But one of the emails suggests that George Bush's dad, that he raped a male victim, and that supposedly that they were like they did it in a weird ritualistic like way, like where they basically like cut off his feet with like a sword for some reason. Like there's an email. This is a real email. It says, "I'd like to add a few other points disclosed by the purported victim. While on his yacht, he witnessed males having sex with a white blonde female, all of whom were bleeding during intercourse. He was a victim of a type of ritualistic ritual in which his feet were cut with a scimpler, but left no scarring. On the yacht, he witnessed." And I'm not gonna read all this. Actually, this is just a lot. I'm not gonna. That next sentence was even crazier.
Oh my
but it's
God.
just like all this stuff, man. Like, how do we not already just right now burn everything to the ground, bro? Like,
I just think it's insane too that, like, why did these people like have this interest to do these things?
Yeah, what would
like,
make you
like? I don't know. Like, it's just interesting to see that there's people who enjoy torturing people and like harming kids and like doing these like weird rituals, and they find some sort of like pleasure to it. Like, I don't understand. Like,
yeah, right.
I don't
on a more like basic level. Right?
Yeah, like I just don't understand like why they like doing this.
Because
like,
they're sick.
Like it, and like where it kind of comes from, because it's like. I don't know. In a sort of like part, it always just sounds like they do very like old like traditions and
like on some like super villain shit, right?
Like,
on some cliche.
Like it's like it's like as if this was like a culture to them that they're like, or
maybe
like
it is
that like they pass down through like history or whatever of like fucking hurting and harming like the youth and like fucking eating people.
Like they revealed one of the FBI reports that the FBI has a strong suspicion that Trump's been compromised by Israel. It's like, wow, big shocker. I'm like, no shit. Like stuff like that is just so obvious. There's so much. I remember there was another one of Jeffrey Epstein, like, or he's taking like a selfie and he's showing that he has like a busted lip. I don't know why. Like just random stuff like that is just so chilling to me. It's
Yeah.
like I just wonder where he got that from and why he's recording himself and
Yeah.
like just all this stuff. And also, it's so ironic that for so long people thought that like these guys talked in code, but they're just in the emails just straight up being like, "Yo, like y'all have any like new minors that might be at the parties?" You know, like they're so
Yeah.
blatant about it.
Yeah.
Like if you really look through the emails, like there's just so much to say that all I can do is really encourage everybody to honestly look at them. Like honestly take time to look at them.
Mhm.
Like it doesn't mean you gotta like torture yourself with like the amount of information that's in there, but I think it's important for everybody to genuinely look at them, so that way you understand why it's important that we fucking kill these guys. I'm
Yeah.
not even fucking
Yeah.
around. I don't think stuff like that is something that's like can just be voted out.
Yeah.
I think
Mhm.
people like that deserve to be put down, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and I know that's extreme.
It's
I'll
not.
be honest. Like, I was thinking about this because I was like, I thought I was radical before, but after literally sitting down and skimming through all this, like, wow, do I really think that the 1% makes everybody fight each other so that way we don't take them out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause wow, like, cause that there's never been any difference of opinion like when it comes to political spectrum on how we all feel about pedophiles
Yeah.
and how we all feel about murderers.
Yeah.
You know, like we can all agree. It doesn't matter if if everything else we disagree with.
Yeah.
We can all agree that those guys should not be in power.
Yeah.
Exactly. Or alive. And that's okay because yeah.
I just think it's insane too, because the government literally, so they saw every single file, every single page. They knew every single person in those documents and didn't put them down.
yeah.
Like you guys let the one guy like fucking take over. Like he's the fucking president.
And then like with Bill Clinton, like they got him out of here.
Yeah,
They got him out of here.
Oh,
And like
wow.
when it comes to this situation, it's just like why is he still? Well, I guess when the midterms happen, we might have a little bit of
different.
difference. So I'm only praying.
But I just think it's insane that like the government knew about this. They had all these names. They literally
Mhm.
have a list of every single person who's mentioned in that file
yeah.
and didn't do anything to stop them. Knowing that like the government has always intervened in people's personal lives, but
Yeah.
yet when it comes to like these fucking pedophiles, the government did nothing to them.
Yeah.
Instead he let them fucking run the world and like do all this stupid shit.
Yeah.
And still continue to like get away with it. That's why to me I just don't understand like
I don't understand
what
how
the
this
fuck?
is. Yeah, like
Yeah.
how is this
Well,
okay?
well, I will say this: it's early. It's only been a couple of days since these are released. But I was talking to a friend and I was saying like, I was telling him that I generally think that this is so outrageous. I don't see some incident happening from this. Like I think people have tried to kill people for way less.
Mm.
I generally think that this is gonna cause disruption unlike we've ever seen before, which makes me question why they would actually release these.
Well, they had to.
I know they had to, but if they're already corrupt, why would they? I don't know. I'm telling you, maybe maybe I'm sounding crazy, but this really changed my brain chemistry looking at all
Yeah.
these.
No, it probably gets even scarier and scarier. And also just Jeffrey Epstein's like whole life. It's just it's a tale of just like how are you here? Like
yeah.
the way he came up, how things have like transpired for him, how he got to where he was and such like that. It only has to deal with something very evil, very
He's an
sinister.
agent.
Yeah, so really do hope that we bring back stoning. And I think that is appropriate. I really do think that people
Yeah.
should get stoned. If you guys watch Game of Thrones,
We're like you would get it.
if you guys watch Game of Thrones, there was like when Cersei had to do the walk of shame, and everyone was just like yelling shame, shame, and she was butt naked, and they were just like shame, shame. I
I'm
think we should do
done.
that to these people, and then just
Yeah.
stone them afterwards.
Yeah. Oh my. Like, oh my god, dude. Like, oh my god. It's like
Yeah, it's too much to digest. It's too much. To
it's too much for
understand.
me to explain
We
in
need
a segment
Olivia
for
Benson
sure.
on the case.
Yeah, I really wish I'm for somebody who is maybe more eloquently spoken than me. I hope somebody makes a video of just like breaking down and explaining every single thing that was like
Released.
revealed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not even just released, but revealed. Like, because like you said, there's definitely some nuance in there where you got to understand what you're looking at. Because if you don't, you're gonna get
Yeah.
confused.
Mm-hmm. And they
And-
did that on purpose, I think.
100%.
And I think that's very dangerous and irresponsible because people are very captivated by names, captivated by titles, not captivated by actually reading things fully. So it should be important that people do that. If we find a video, we'll link it in the thing.
We should. I was actually looking into to see if anybody did. One guy did, and I didn't get a chance to watch his videos yet. But I wonder if he did a wonderful job.
Well, I just think it's crazy, like, going off of the stuff about how people don't know what they're reading, like how you talked about the whole Pusha T and Jay-Z. I think it is very important to be aware of that because it is very harmful. Like, especially, like, again, these are all alleged, and I'm not trying to defend them because who knows what they did.
At the end of the day.
But I'm just like, let's say that they are innocent, I guess, like Jay-Z or Pusha T or whatever. And the fact that people already started, like, unfollowing them, like, are literally losing support, but yet, like, the guy who is a director of, like, Rush Hour or the fucking Melania film, like, no one's gonna give a fuck about them because they're not big names.
Exactly.
Like, they're not gonna get as affected as these other artists who are bigger names. And I think that's important to kind of, I guess, talk about and be more aware of how harmful what they're doing actually is, because it literally can ruin somebody's life who, this is again saying, like, maybe they're innocent, right?
Yeah.
But who knows, like, this is all, like, alleged and stuff. But in that say of, like, how careful you should be with, like, taking in the information and being like, okay, like
100%.
being aware, at least it's more just being aware of what you're reading.
Yeah.
Like, is it like how you said, is it just like a claim that somebody just had, or how true is it?
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of like that Zac Efron thing that I saw recently this week, where I guess Zac Efron was like used as bait to, like, for his security guard or something, for him to, like, sexually essay some people. And, like, the headline was so misleading.
Yeah.
It just said Zac Efron was involved in a blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then when you actually read it, it goes into detail about, like, stuff like that. But that's because I took the time to read it.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I think I think it's bad for a journalism part of it, like, for them to do that. And I get it, like, it's, eye-catching. But it's just so irresponsible, especially in this day and age. Like, people are on their phones too often. And also, I really hate, we were talking about this earlier, Twitter and Instagram, you can buy the little check. And you can seem professional. You can seem like you know what's going on. And, like, people actually believe it because we're so accustomed to thinking that, oh, this check means they're verified, they're credible. No, they're not. They bought that shit. Yeah. They're using this to get more money because if they say something outlandish, I didn't even know they could do that. They say something outlandish, they get more clicks and views, and that brings money to them, which is everything is too rooted in money that it makes me so disgusted. Like, it's just so ugly. Like, be honest. Why is it so hard to be a good person? I don't understand why. It's just like the hardest thing in the world to be a good person, considerate, and also not, want to get pleasure off of harming someone. Like, I don't understand that. And I'm glad that we don't understand that, because that makes us, like, good people. Grateful for that, because what the fuck?
Yeah, it's definitely because, like you said, I think it's so deep. At this point, I think it's insensitized.
That word was beating your ass.
It's I lost, actually. It beat my ass. It won, dude. It won and knocked me out. But you get what I mean, right?
Yes.
I think the world is really now formatted to be that way, where you're rewarded for being a terrible person.
Yes.
Not even by society, a little bit by society, but mainly in a, like, systemic way.
Yeah.
So these are the last things I'll leave off on, because there's, like I said, there's a lot to talk about. Just to fact check, yes, it is true. The guy who directed Melania and the Rush Hour movies is the same guy. His name is Brett Ratner. And to fact check again, yes, he is. It is well documented, his ties with Epstein. Yeah. So if you like Rush Hour, unfortunately, no, that guy's a pedophile. And my last thing that I just want to say is, if anybody is offended by the fact that I said that we should kill pedophiles and rapists, please literally say that sentence again in your head.
You trying to protect him.
But because I just, like, I know that's, like, it almost feels uncharacter of me to be like that. But this just really radicalized me, like, to see all this shit. And I'll just end off again that it doesn't matter where you are on the political spectrum. You should read those files for yourself and see exactly the type of people who are running the world, because it might shock you that they're actually nothing like the rest of the world, but they're the 1% who makes the other 99% fight themselves. Yeah. That's all I'll say. But moving on to hopefully a little bit more of
Yeah.
a lighter tone.
It's Black History Month.
Woo!
Yay!
Shout out.
Shout out to the Black world.
Venmo your local black friend.
exactly.
$20.
Your
Nelly
local.
Nails 4. No, for real, I really do.
I like when people say that, when people are like, "Happy Hispanic Heritage Month."
Yeah, they send you
like,
money.
Send me $20,
Yes.
please.
No, really, no, dead ass. Send me some money. Actually, happy Black History Month. I'm so grateful. I love Black History Month. It's also like a good time to like learn more about what's going on. I came to class with 10 Black History facts that are not all rooted in pain and resilience and stuff like that, but just in impact. So let's get to it. I'm gonna go on my phone because I did write it down.
No worries.
But I feel like I have more information.
Can I just say one thing? It'll help you as you're getting ready. I also just want to say that Black History Month is American history.
Period.
Don't let people try and, I guess, confuse you or make you feel like this is their history. This is the country's history.
Yeah.
We share this. Black history is American history. It's the other thing I want to say.
Period. Okay, so these facts are not about pain or slavery and being the strongest in the room. It's about being. It's about impact.
Ooh, I feel that.
It's about creativity. So the number one fact, the first fact is the first open heart surgery was performed by a Black surgeon. His name was Dr. Daniel Hale Williams. He performed the first successful open heart surgery in 1893 without modern antibiotics, without x-rays, without modern anesthesia. So he was doing this off like just raw dogging it, really, actually. And at this time, hospitals were still segregated. Surgery was extremely risky during this time. Black doctors were often not allowed to work in major institutions and hospitals. So he was ahead of his time, and he did it by not actually touching the heart, because at the time people didn't think that you should touch the heart. So he operated on the sac around the heart. Number 2, a Black woman helped invent modern GPS. Dr. Gladys West, a mathematician, developed the calculation that made GPS accurate. So without this, work, we would not have DoorDash, which that would have been a big deal for me.
I know a lot of y'all would miss that one.
We would not have Uber, Google Maps, everything. This shifted technology and shaped it globally as well. So not just in the U.S., everyone uses GPS. Number 3, the modern traffic light was invented by a Black man. I think a lot of people already know this. Garrett Morgan created the 3-position traffic signal after witnessing a crash. So this was when they didn't have obviously a light, but then the yellow light was his idea, because he thought that this brief pause would reduce crashes, which it did. So. And he also
I did not know that, actually.
Yeah, he also created a lot of other inventions, and he had to use white people to market it, because obviously
interesting
racism was real.
That's all you gotta say, just racism.
Racism, that's the reason. Number 4, before Silicon Valley, aka the Bay Area, there was a Black Wall Street, and it was in Greenwood District in Tulsa, Oklahoma. But in 1921, Greenwood had over 300 Black-owned businesses, doctors, lawyers, movie theaters, beautiful homes, schools, churches. Black people were really building that community from the ground up. They were employing other Black people, other creators, and such like that. But in 1921, an incident involving a 17-year-old Sarah Page, who was a white woman who was operating, or the elevator operator, and Dick Rowland, a 19-year-old Black man who was also an elevator at the time. There was an incident that went on, and there's a lot of stories about what actually happened, but apparently the common story is that he accidentally stepped on her foot, and that caused a white mob to go into this district and pretty much loot it, burned over 1,000 homes. 1,000 people were homeless. They ended up killing over 75 to 300 people, and since then that district has not been the same. They still haven't been, a lot of times the government or the town at the time was saying, oh, we're going to fix it, we're going to make it better. They never did. They hid it. I didn't learn about this in high school. I didn't learn about this in college. I learned about this in passing. This was called the Tulsa Race Massacre. Number 5, rock, hip-hop, and house music all trace back to Black creators. This is not just rock, hip-hop. This is pretty much a lot of music in general. A lot of this comes from, Black creators. For instance, house music came from Black DJs in Chicago in the early 1980s. Hip-hop came from Bronx Black youth in the 1970s. And one of the Bronx one of the most well-known people is Sister Rosetta Tharpe, who is a godmother of rock and roll.
Yeah. That one, I'm like, if you don't know that, like, damn, bro, educate yourself.
And it's also about
Yeah.
Beyonce. She is one of the pioneers of just like, for me in general, because that's who I grew up on, just like revolutionizing what genre means. You know, currently right now she did, you know, Act 1, which was a house kind of thing, Act 2, which was country, and Act 3 hopefully is a rock album. So
Wow.
really excited. She's also really influenced by Tina Turner, who was really influenced by rock as well. So rest in peace, Tina. Not, why did I laugh after that? No laughing, but you know what I mean.
Have you heard that fun fact? I think it's Jaden. I'm gonna look it up. But you know, there's an NBA player that he's the first ever person to be named that in history.
Jalen Rose.
Yeah.
Yeah, he used to play for it starts with the M.
Minnesota
No, it was like
Mavericks.
no, in college. He was part of the Fab Four.
Oh, I don't
Yeah,
know.
he was part of the Fab Four with Chris Webber and some other people, and then he went. He was
Jalen, right?
Jalen Rose,
Yeah.
and then he's the one that Kobe scored the 81 points on.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Did you know that? You know, he's the first ever person to be named
Yeah,
Jalen
shout
in
out to his
history.
mom.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, the name like spiked after him.
It's just so funny because it's like just so random. He was born like
Yeah.
in the 80s.
Yeah,
So
he
it's
was.
like
Interesting.
so
He also has a daughter named Mariah Rose, who's really good at like doing commentating on like sports for like girls who just don't really know about sports. So if you guys want to check her out on TikTok, she's really good
I
too.
think I know
Yeah.
who you're talking about.
Yeah, she's really cool.
Oh.
I said really cool like I know her, but she is cool. Number 6, a black woman created the home security systems. Mary Van Britten Brown invented the first home security system in 1966. She was a nurse living in Queens, New York, and she pretty much created the whole, you know, what is it called now?
like
The little door.
The rings?
Ring camera. So pretty much she created like the first one,
oh
or helped create it. Number 7, black cowboys made up 25% of the American West, which was very surprising to me to learn. But also at the same time, my uncle Joel Jr., he was a cowboy, so he used to like actually do all the stuff. He had the cowboy boots, cowboy hat, went to like the horse. I don't know what they do for cowboys, but he used to do whatever they used to do.
Yeah.
And some of the famous or notable black cowboys were Nat Love, Bill Pickett, Bass Reeves.
It's so funny too. I'm so sorry. to
Yeah, no, you're
interrupt.
good.
And I'm so sorry. But I was just gonna say, I was like, the cowboy fact is always so interesting to me because I remember learning about it that a majority of cowboys were black or Mexican. Because if you really think about it, it makes the most sense because they're outlaws, right? They're supposed to be breaking the laws.
Yes.
But it's funny that in modern times, the cowboy is often depicted as a white man,
yeah.
which is I don't know.
Hollywood erased them, and
Yeah.
that's what it was. Like they just portrayed it that as if it was only white people who were doing this, but it was
Yeah.
a lot of non-black, and just black people as well. who
Yeah,
were-
that's why if you're a minority out there, appreciate the cowboy because
Yeah.
they've been trying to steal that cool ass aesthetic for decades.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Number 8, the first self-made female millionaire in the U.S. was a black woman.
Wow.
Madam C.J. Walker built a hair care empire and employed thousands of black women. What makes her so important is not only did she build this empire and she expanded it, but she also trained a lot of black women and black entrepreneurs to own their own businesses. So she didn't just like keep it to herself. She made sure that everyone else came with her. And I think that's something really important for like, you know, in general, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Number 9, the U.S. space program relied heavily on black women computers, like human computers. So have you ever watched Hidden Figures?
Yeah.
That's pretty much what this is about, like in
Oh,
NASA.
wow.
Like so Katherine Johnson, who was played by Taraji P. Henson, she calculated the first trajectories for John Glenn and the Apollo missions. Dorothy Vann led the first black women programmers at NASA. She was played by Octavia Spencer. And then Mary Jackson became NASA's first black female engineer. She was played by Janelle Monáe. Shout out to Janelle Monáe because she got my name.
Wow.
And yeah, I thought that was really cool. One of the things I really loved about that movie is just like, I didn't know anything about this. And it's really important to like show that because like black women in particular like are not shown up in STEM spaces. They were like actually not allowed to be in STEM spaces for quite some time. So for them to be able to do that was really important. And I think that that's like a testament just how, you know, much we can and are capable of doing.
I always think about the coffee pot scene.
Yeah. they're gonna coffee that none of you
I
want.
had to go.
Oh, is that where that's from?
Yes.
I had to go to the bathroom.
Yes, yes, and that's like one of the most iconic
Day and
scenes.
night.
Literally,
And I work like
like a dog.
day and night.
And
I always
last,
like. I always,
Oh, sorry.
yeah. Just a side thing. I like watching that scene.
no, it's a really good movie.
It
People
is a
always
good
use it
movie,
on TikTok, like the sound.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I do like the movie though, because
It
I
is.
like, at least in the movie, it just shows that, like, especially when she like gets engaged and stuff like that. It's just
Yeah.
so it just shows like such a like beautiful story, even though like I know for sure when it actually was happening, it was really hard.
yeah.
Mhm.
But just knowing about it was like really cool.
And also
Mhm.
just seeing it. I think representation really, we talk about it a lot, but it also really does matter. Seeing
Yeah.
people in those spaces to know that it's capable of you to be in those spaces, you really do need to see yourself in people.
Yeah,
And that's
for
important.
sure.
And lastly, number 10, Juneteenth represents Black joy, not just emancipation. It marks the day the Union soldiers arrived in Galveston on June 1865, and informed the enslaved people that the Civil War had ended about 2 years ago, and the Emancipation Proclamation was signed, so they were freed and they didn't know it. And now it's a federal holiday that has been celebrated in Black communities for over 150 years. Me personally actually did not celebrate this until I was in college. I didn't know about it, to be honest with you, and I'm being quite frank. And it was just really alarming to not know that this was a big part of our history. And now I literally make it a point to celebrate that day. I don't celebrate July 4th at all. And it was actually the first time last year in a long time that I actually had to work on Juneteenth because I had started a new job. And I was because I couldn't like
Yeah,
do PTO at the time. And I was trying to make a good impression, but I should have called off. I should have called off.
For sure.
But to wrap this up, I just want to say that Black history is not just about, pain, survival, or, slavery or anything like that. It's about, excellence, creativity, impact. You see it in everyday life, and it's just a part of our history, like you said earlier. And word to Whitney Houston, who one of the greatest singers ever, we need a longer month.
Yeah.
We need a longer month.
That was beautiful.
Yeah.
I learned a lot.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, I learned most of that, like, as you were saying it.
Yeah, a lot of these things I didn't know about before. Like, some of them I knew, but
Yeah.
most of them I was like, wow, I didn't put that two and two together, or really recognize that, or didn't know their names.
Yeah.
And I think it's really important. So.
You know which I learned I don't like a couple years ago because of Black History Month that I was mind blowing to me. Have you? Maybe you have heard of it. I mean, I feel like most likely you probably know more than me. Henrietta Lacks. Do you know which one? Do you know what I'm talking about? Henrietta Lacks. Henrietta Lacks.
No.
Never heard of that?
I'm like more of a person I have to see it.
Let me see. Am I mispronouncing it? I think her name. Do you know what I'm talking about? I think I've talked about it to you before.
Maybe.
Let's see.
But I was gonna say, just to add a little bit. I feel like I had always learned about things because of shows too, like how you said,
Movies.
like I think representation really does matter, because I feel like just in like shows it was also very important, and I am very happy that at least in the shows that I grew up watching, like That's So Raven or Sister sometimes, or like even Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, where sometimes they would talk about like history and stuff. And actual like real like social things, like when Uncle Phil would talk to Carlton, or like when Will would talk to Carlton, being like, bro, like we're literally like Black people who go through these things, or like when he talks about trying to be a judge and how frowned upon it was that he was trying to get there. So I just think like it's very important for representation, because it teaches you a lot of like what people go through.
Or what is it called? Showgirls, the one with Beyonce. Is it that one? Is it called Showgirls?
Dreamgirls.
I always say Showgirls. Dreamgirls,
Well,
how they show the like Black music being stolen, but
Yeah.
like the record labels, like stuff like that. When I was a kid and I would see it, I was like, wow.
There's also a lot of movies I avoid just because like it's really heartbreaking to just imagine that, and then like I don't know what it is. Sometimes when I'm watching it, it just feels, I don't know if it's an ancestral thing or whatever, but I just get so triggered, or I get so like, I just don't like the way that makes me feel. Or I get so angry that we're still talking about this in a way that like it doesn't feel like it's
That's
fully,
real.
No reparations, no actual like, and you're trying to erase history at this time too. So it's just kind of like, it makes me so frustrated and angry. And I'm also just very aware of like my privilege, and very aware of just how grateful I am, because I'm like, I'm an ancestor's wildest dream. I'm able to live this life, and I'm so grateful for it. But at the same time, I do feel like it's like a lot more that we need to do in order for us to like really all of
sure.
us to be in a space where we can be proud of the country we are in. Because I don't like being someone who's like America. I don't like that. I want to be
Yeah.
like, I'm proud of the fact that I, am here because they took responsibility for their actions. They are, actively, building communities or actively adding value to people's lives. They're not trying to be evil and harmful and push that onto people, which is just, why would you want to make this precious life so evil and hard for everyone?
Yeah.
It just doesn't
Mhm.
make sense. And then also just to not take accountability or to, give people, non-black people, like the short end of the stick always. Always. Like there's no ifs, ands, or like way around it where you're not doing that. And how are you getting away with it?
Yeah.
I just
Mhm.
don't understand. Like I'm glad I don't, but I just want to be able to be in a place where I don't have to feel this angry and frustrated. So
I get that.
Yeah.
I understand that
Sure.
for sure.
yeah.
That's some real shit you just said.
Yeah. I'm tired of it though. Like
Yeah.
I'm so tired. I don't
Yeah.
want to be like this. I want to live in a whimsical world and like not have to
Mhm.
think about these things. I want to be
Yeah.
happy and just excited and
Yeah.
be like know that like everyone I know or love, and just not even just people I know, just like in general, people are happy. Like people
Yeah.
are good. People are
Yeah.
like being treated well. They're not being
Yeah.
discriminated against because of something that is out of their control.
Yeah.
The logic behind racism makes no fucking sense. You don't like
Yeah.
someone because they're a little darker than you?
Yeah.
Are you dumb?
Yeah.
the-
I mean, yeah. a lot-
Yeah, like literally,
yeah,
you're dumb.
yeah,
Like,
literally.
are you dumb?
Yeah.
And then like we're just, what are we doing? Like,
Yeah. No, I
But
get
yeah.
what you mean.
Yeah.
No, I get what you mean. A lot of what you say, a lot of what you say, it resonates a lot with me. I think I really do believe in the like what's offered me a lot of comfort. I don't know if it will for you, and that's okay if it doesn't. But like the whole joy is resistance. Like I really do
Mhm.
think that the moments that we have, like even before the show when we're just here fucking around and like
Mhm.
joking around, I
Yeah.
think like the fact that we can enjoy like
Yeah.
life despite all the systemic issues and stuff, I think is a great way of like showing resistance.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I said,
also-
that doesn't have to work for you,
Yeah.
and it's fine.
Yeah.
I
'Cause,
think
like,
black people
I
have
think-
done that though, and like
Yeah.
in ways like even when like back in old times they found songs, they found other ways to like ease
Like-
what's going on in their everyday life. So it's just,
Yeah, I get you.
but it's just why does it
It's
have to have
frustrating
that?
though,
Yeah,
yeah.
but why do we have to have
Yeah,
the
I get you.
asterisk to
Yeah.
it?
I get you.
When we
Yeah.
could all just like help each other out, be considerate, want the best for everyone, because then you'll be happier too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it reminds me of in Sinners when they show at the end the painting of all the people dancing in the.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that Eddie Murphy owns that?
Yes, he has only one.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
the only one. That's cool.
Mhm.
That is cool.
It's off of like that Marvin Gaye album, which is one of my favorite songs. I Want You.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's where it's from.
Oh wow.
Mhm.
But yeah, like I think like I get what you mean. Like it's like an asterisk, but at least in those little moments, there's
Yeah.
freedom.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then my like thing that I brought up, Henrietta Lacks. So basically she's known as like the immortal woman. So I guess you didn't. This is pretty mind blowing. It was mind blowing to me. I remember now. I was gonna talk about it on the show, but I didn't feel like I was properly articulated in talking about it. But
Mhm.
basically, she was this African American woman who she had like this form of cancer that made
Mhm.
her cells constantly reproduce, right, as cancer does.
Mhm.
But it was stolen from her without her consent, and it's like one of the most significant, like groundbreaking discoveries in modern medicine. It's basically like her cells that they took from her in, I think she was born in 1920 and died in 1951. Her cells are still alive today in 2026.
Her cells.
Yeah, her cells, her
Wow.
cancer that she had. It was this rare like genetic like mutation where the
Mhm.
cells continue to reproduce.
Yeah.
And so the scientists were able to cut a piece of it and let it grow and then do all sorts of experiments on it,
Wow.
like medications, like see how it would react to a whole list of different things. And her cells are still alive to this day.
Wow.
Yeah, Henrietta Lacks. It says
I
when
think I
Henry
know exactly now. I feel like
yeah, right. It should sound
Yeah,
familiar.
yeah.
It's pretty. It helped develop the polio vaccine, advance cancer research, study HIV, COVID-19, study the effects of radiations, toxins, gene mapping, in vitro fertilization. Apparently, apparently, yeah. I don't know what year it was when they found out that her cells had been used, but she had already passed away by the time. I think she passed away from her cancer.
She was 31.
Yeah, it's crazy. That one's the most craziest one that a lot of people still don't know.
Yeah.
Because that one's like, dude, well, one thing is
Yeah.
just mind blowing that her cells are still alive.
Yeah.
She died of cervical cancer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang, she had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kids.
Oh yeah, they named it after her. Gila cells were the first immortal human cell line ever grown in culture.
Wow.
Yeah, the immortality exists,
Yeah.
and it was a black woman.
Would you guys want to be immortal?
No.
What kind of immortal? Like, do I get stabbed and I live, or is it like I just live long?
You just live forever. You
Like, even
don't
if I get
die.
stabbed?
Like
Yeah.
Wolverine?
Yeah,
Like
you just
Wolverine?
you just never die. You're always.
It could
gonna
be
here.
cool.
Really?
It could be cool.
It'd be cool the first like 100 years.
And then after I like, all right.
So I'm like, damn.
No,
I just keep seeing everybody die.
I would probably try to better the world with my immortality. So that's why I think it could be cool.
Would if you could make someone else immortal too with that skill? Would you do it too?
On some
Vampire
lovey-dovey
shit, yeah.
like Twilight, like spend eternity with me.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah.
Really?
But that's only if they would want to.
Yeah, it's only if they would want to.
because then they'd be miserable. No.
Hot take. I want you here for the rest of my life. You're gonna have to take it.
I'm like, I mean,
sorry. I'm not doing this without you. I'm so sorry.
yeah, right.
Like my mom, you gotta come with me, baby.
What if you could only give it to one person?
My mom.
Your mom?
Yeah,
That's beautiful.
that's it. That's all I need. I'm good.
But what if you meet the love of your life?
They'll die. It's fine. I'll find that one. I'll have
Love
multiple.
never dies, so
I will
it's
have
fine.
multiple loves in my life, so I'm not
There
going
you
home
go.
one person.
There
My mom
you
is
go.
forever, so she gonna be here forever. Like,
Do you believe that? Do you think that you could have multiple soulmates?
yes,
Okay.
there are different phases of life. Because I
Okay.
think you can. The love you know at that time is what you know at that time, and then you grow and learn a different way of love. Because like I wouldn't say the first person I fell in love with, I didn't love them at the time. That's what I knew love was at the time. And then
Real.
as I got older, I realized I don't want that kind of love anymore. So now the next person is going to be the love of my life, and I'm gonna treat them like I've never been in love before. So that's just how I think
I could
about
see
it.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I could see that because I also believe that I think people sort of compromise in whoever they end up with, and I don't think that's a bad thing. Like I don't think like I know people want to be scared and be like I don't ever want to settle down, but everybody settles down. You accept people the way they are.
Yeah.
You accept, and you have to make compromises. There's not gonna be a perfect person. You choose who you
get me
want to
right
stay
there.
with.
You get me. The compromise part is just so. I think of what is her name? I can't think of her name at the top of my head, and I was just damn. What is her name? She talks about this. She's like compromise. A man comes into my life, and I have to compromise.
I don't think I've heard it.
I did an episode on her too.
I
and
think
can't
I know who
remember
you're
her
talking about. I
name.
just can't remember her name.
Edit? No, it's not Edda. It's
I think in any love you gotta compromise though.
I think you have to consider. I don't think you have to compromise. I don't know.
Sure, you know what? I'll say that you have the ability to choose if you want to compromise. Because I think I don't believe in wanting to change people. I
Yeah.
think you should accept and love people as they are. I hate all that like they have the potential of being a really good partner for me, or we have the potential of it working out. I don't believe in any of that. I think
Mhm.
you gotta love people as they are, and with that, I think you then can make the decision if you want to compromise or not. Do I like that this person? I don't know. They fart in their sleep. Like, am I?
You
gonna,
can't help that though.
Yeah, that's why. But you can choose whether or not you want to stay with somebody like that.
I feel like those are like those little small ones that like.
Okay, for sure.
You know, it has
but
to
I'm
be,
trying to be funny, you know.
Yeah, no. Because like I get it. Because like at the same time, I'm like, if someone farts in their sleep, I'm like, I'll just tell you the next morning you farted in your sleep. But like,
Yeah.
it's not gonna.
But
be
you see,
like
but that's you. Somebody else could see that and be like,
that is
gross.
true. Because some people,
don't want that.
I've heard
Yeah.
sometimes where people like, I don't know if this is like with relationships, but like I was talking to somebody some while ago, whatever, and they're like, oh, I don't really like to kiss people. I just like when they're like having intercourse or whatever, they don't kiss. I'm like, what are you doing then? Like, what's going on?
They're
Like,
high-fiving.
How are you initiating? They don't do
high-fiving.
any of like the other stuff. They're just like you can just go right in. Like, they're like, yeah. Like,
I've heard that too, though.
You're
I've heard
sick.
people
Get
talk
off
about
my
that.
phone.
Yeah, I've heard people say that. I'd be like, you guys kiss when you guys like do it. And it's
Kiss
like,
is important. That's the best part. I didn't even like kissing when I was growing up because I didn't like really do it. But
no,
that
I've met
was
people who don't like kissing for sure. I've met
That's
like people who are like, ew, like it's just too much. I'm like,
Wait, did you just say you don't like kissing, or you do?
No, when I was
Younger?
like in high school, I didn't really like kissing because I had like a really not a bad first kiss, but like he would like do the 2-peck. He'd go, like hold it, and I'm like, what are we doing here? It would just irritate me. So I was just like, okay, maybe I just don't like kissing because maybe this is normal. And then I started dating someone I actually liked. I'm like, oh, I really love this. This is so fun. So I love kissing. I love a good makeout. It makes you feel like life is worth living again. So
Yeah.
worth living.
Yeah.
I'm really trying to find her name because Eartha Kitt.
You know,
Compromise. That's what it was.
Okay.
I was-
break it down for me.
So she was basically
Not
saying,
like dance, dude. Break it down.
Bruh.
no, but I do think compromise is kind of important, but I don't know. We'll have to see.
Wait and see.
We'll have to see. Yeah, but
Everybody
love,
settled.
relationships, life, all that craziness is chaotic.
I think love is beautiful chaos.
Yes.
I think it's one that makes life worth living.
Yeah, without it we are nothing. And we try to like I
It's
tried.
so important.
Yeah, I really tried to be the person who was like, I'm too cool for it. Like, I don't really care.
Nonchalant. Miss
Like,
Nonchalant.
like Miss Nonchalant, like fuck it, like whatever. No.
It's like
yeah,
that.
la, la, la.
It's like that.
Yeah, but absolutely not. I feel things very deeply. I want to love very deeply. If I love you, I want to be open about it. I don't want to have to think too much.
Soul bond.
Literally, I'm trying to merge souls.
Hell yeah.
What are we doing? I want to be in when you're in love with someone, you just want to be like live inside of them, like be in their little pocket. It reminds me of that song by Kehlani, Melt. Like that's what I think of when I fall in love. Like I want to be like a little apartment in your house, like in your head, like your body. Like I just want to go wherever you go. Put me in your pocket, please.
It's so interesting too, because I'm like, doesn't everybody want to be like that? But honestly, the more I think about it, nah, not everybody.
I think people do.
Not everybody wants to be in love.
I think people do. I think they're just afraid.
Yeah.
And that's okay. When you get hurt, you can really let that like
Oh, for sure.
cloud you for such a long time and get you so afraid to ever try again.
Yeah.
But the whole purpose is to try again. Like you get the opportunity to try again. Why would you stop doing that because of one instant? You take away from you what you learn from that, and then you grow. And that's just what it is. It hurts. It keeps on hurting, and it still hurts.
Yeah.
And it's gonna hurt some more, and then it's not gonna hurt anymore. Simply.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I agree.
I've been through it, obviously. Can you tell?
I actually did not tell until you said it right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought you were
So
just
then,
speaking
do you
objectively.
feel like you want a relationship or you don't?
Right now?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like the person I'm about to sound real cocky. I don't care. I feel like the person I settle down with is gonna be the realest person ever. Like honestly, genuinely, if you get me to really want to be with just you and just like really focus on you, because I know when I love somebody, I love extremely hard and I love with my whole heart, and I'll give you the world. I'll take the moon out the stars. I don't care what's happening. Like we can do
That's
that.
beautiful.
Yeah, that's how I love. That's
That's
how I treat the
beautiful.
people in my life. That's how I show up in my friendships. That's how I show up in my family relationships, and that's how I want to show up in my like romantic ones.
Yeah.
Hell
But
yeah.
I don't think anyone deserves that yet. And until that happens, it won't be that way because I'm like a very picky person now, and I'm glad because I used to not be picky.
Hey, you know what? I applaud you. That's good.
Thank you.
It takes a lot of
I'm
courage
almost 30.
to be like
I
that.
had to get here. I had to get here. I can't let hurt keep me from living life. You get an opportunity to do it again.
Ooh, just
You get-
spitting bars right now. Oh my
Right.
god.
No, for real. Like honestly, I'm genuinely really proud of myself because in 2023 I was going through a really tough time. Like really.
It's always
figuring out.
2023.
It is. I swear to God, everybody. It's always 2023. But like I literally. I checked myself. I took accountability for my own doing to my suffering because I played a big role in it too.
Oof,
But also I
yeah.
realized that like I don't have to be so mad at myself.
Yeah.
Like I had a breakthrough a couple like months ago where I was like laying on my floor and I was just like bawling because I was like crying because I was like I wanted to hold on to like the anger part of the whole situation. I wanted to be so angry with this person. I wanted to like really be like, no, you could have did this so differently. I didn't have to hate you type thing. But at the same time I was like sitting there and I'm like, well, I know what you like when we were together, when I loved you or whatever, I knew that you really, cared for me in that moment the way you knew how, right? Now we're not together, we're not none of that, right? So I have to sit with this and be like, okay, I still want you to be happy. And I think I was so angry with myself for wanting that. 'Cause like I don't like to wish harm on people, genuinely, unless you deserve it. But
Like the foods in the Epstein Files.
yeah, like that, unless you deserve it. But if I ever loved you, not to say I will always love you, because that's not true. But I would.
Yeah.
I don't. If I ever loved you, there's a place in my heart where I genuinely want you to be okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I like, especially just because this is how I like
'Cause
move
that's
past
love.
things. Like
Yeah.
that's how I
That's
really
love.
loved you. Like I don't
Yeah.
ever want you to be down bad or like sad. I definitely want you to regret hurting me
Yeah.
and feel shame for that.
A little bit, right?
Just a little bit. But
But
not to the point where I want your whole life to be in crumble and like
Yeah.
not now. Before. See, I'm like
I was like,
That's the
wait a
growth.
sec. I
Listen.
was like, wait a sec. I do want you to be in misery.
that happens in like that little anger phase, but I got to a place where I was like on that floor and I was like, I don't want to hold on to that anger anymore.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
want it doesn't feel good anymore. It feels kind of like I'm just holding on for the sake of holding on and just like feeling whatever I need to feel. Like it
Yeah.
doesn't
Yeah.
need to be that way. I can wish you well and it doesn't take away from what's coming for me because I
Yeah.
know for a fact I'm going to get everything I want in this world because I won't settle for anything
Mhm.
less. So
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, that's
Yeah.
real. Yeah, because I've that's what people say too. Is that sometimes holding the anger is in a way still letting them have power over you.
yeah. But also sometimes you really I don't want to take away from the fact that you need to have that anger. Like I spent a lot of time being so mad at myself for having that anger that I didn't allow myself to experience it. Like I was so like you know you could be so emotionally aware and
Yeah.
so just like, you know, diligent of like how you're dealing with your emotions that you don't even actually experience in them.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's how I was like dealing with it. I was so angry, but I wasn't allowing myself to be angry. I was just like, "Oh, I should be angry."
That's so real.
But I wasn't like
Yeah.
feeling it. And then
Yeah.
like when I finally was like, "No, I'm gonna sit in this for however long I need to sit in it." And then I
You need to
released it.
acknowledge it.
Yeah. Feel it, be angry, be mad, be upset. It doesn't take away from what's coming for you. Like at the end of the day, nothing in your past, no relationship, no person, none of that can take away what God, what the universe, what is for you. Everything is going to happen the way it's supposed to, and you're going to find all of it. You know?
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Love is beautiful.
It
Say
is.
less.
Yeah.
There's nothing more.
right.
There's nothing more I can add to that.
Yeah, love
But
is
so
beautiful.
we'll move on to our final section of the episode.
So the final thing for today is the question of the week.
Mm.
So our question this week is: should you cut people off for their political opinions?
Yes.
I'll say this. I think, and this is a hot take. Depends.
On what?
Depends on what?
How severe their political opinions are, and what their relationship is to me.
Okay.
Okay.
So, do you want me to break it down?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let me get dancing.
Get
so-
the search break dancing.
Okay, so I think that when it comes to the relation to me, I think if it's like a family member, obviously I think you could still cut family members off,
Yeah.
but I feel like I'll at least make a little bit more of the effort to educate you, because I
Mhm.
think a lot of the terrible political opinions comes from ignorance.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I've said this before, I always have a little bit of empathy for ignorance, because I
Mhm.
was ignorant once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all were ignorant once.
Yeah.
We were all kids.
Mhm.
So when it comes to that, like if they're family, if they're friends or acquaintances, coworkers, maybe I'm more likely to cut them off because I'm like, I just don't want to deal with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the second part to that, the severity of their political opinions. We were just talking about it, right? People
Mhm.
can you can change based off new information,
Yeah.
right? So I'm like, if somebody I knew was like, I don't know, man, like I agree with these ICE agents, like they're just doing their job. Obviously, terrible fucking take, and you're a fucking idiot. And I
Mhm.
would be fully justified in cutting you off. But if then you are like hit me up and are like, dude, like I've been seeing all these videos about ICE, like I don't know what I was thinking before, like I was totally in the wrong, like this is just wrong. It depends on the severity, because it's like if you were out here being like I should just fucking take all these fucking guys, then I'm not gonna forgive you so easily. But if you were just like, I don't know, like don't you think they're just doing their jobs, and then changing your opinion based on like new information that you've seen, I could give you a little bit more grace. Not saying
Yeah.
that you're gonna be my best friend,
Yeah.
but I'm saying that I don't know if I'll go as far as to cut you off. I'll give you a little grace of like, I at least appreciate that you can change your mind.
Yeah.
Because at this time and place, I think a lot of people need to change their mind.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll get anywhere by like just kind of like throwing the baby out with the bathwater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I actually agree. So that makes sense because I think that depending on the person and the situation, obviously it does change. Cause like sometimes you don't even see this person on a regular basis. You're not
Yeah.
like in constant communication and like just in passing they say something outlandish and you're just like, oh, okay. and just go on about your day. Because like I'm not gonna sit here and like try to explain, because I feel like at a certain age you should be very like at least try to understand what the hell is going on before you say something. But some people are just not like that, and that's okay, I guess, for them. I just like I said, it would be a different kind of like level of like relationship with them. Like I think I would change. I think I blocked a little cousin of mine. Because like
Why?
literally she's probably like
Why?
16 years old and I blocked her. I was just like, you're I don't know.
What was
You're
she saying?
She just said something about like immigrants, and it was just like very outlandish in a way. And I like she had posted on her story and I commented on it, and I was just like, hey, like where are you coming from? Like what are you thinking? Like I was like trying to like talk to her about it first, and then she kind of just like was like, oh, you don't know what I've been through. Kind of like her view on the world is construed in a
That
different way
16-year-old
at 16. And so I'm like, you know what, baby, I just don't want to see you no more. I'm not even gonna hold you. I don't see you on a regular day basis anyway. So I just removed her as a follower and thing. Wish her well. Hopefully she'll like come to the light. But until then, certain people just don't.
It's just so funny for her to say that to you, because if she's 16, you're almost double her life.
Bro,
like,
why you gotta say that? Hold on.
Hold on. But I mean it in the cool way. I think getting older is cool. But I mean it in the way that you've experienced so much more than she has.
Yeah.
No, I really wanted to
like
give her grace.
what you as a 16-year-old
are telling me
Yeah.
that like, oh, I've just seen so much in my life.
Yeah, but I also don't want to take away what she's seen, because she
For
has.
sure.
I do.
Oh,
know she's
yeah,
been through
yeah,
some
yeah.
things, but like at the end of the day, like it comes to a point where it's just like certain people. I don't think I would like cut them off per se, but it would be a different, like depending on the relationship. Like if it's a friend, I don't know. Most of the time, I just don't want to associate. I don't have those issues that come up. It'll be like somebody on social media that I don't really know. And I'm like, oh, okay, so it's easily just to cut them off.
Yeah.
So that's probably why I was so abrupt with the yes, because it's like I've never had someone close to me be that way. Like my mom in particular, like she's open to learn new things. She grew up in a time period. My mom's pretty old. She's about to be 70 this year.
Woo.
Yeah.
70 years young.
So she grew up in a time period where there's colored on her birth certificate. There's like literally she grew up in white colored spaces. So I literally would talk to her about things, articulate things, and I catch her when she says something that I don't like, hey mom, we can't say that, don't do that. And she knows where I'm coming from. So I would never cut off my mom, but I know that where she's coming from. She's coming from a place of just like what she's known, but she's open, So
Julie?
I feel like I lean more towards the like I'm gonna cut people off. I don't know. I just feel like I think in the same way, like I think especially now and meeting people, I guess, in my like age range or like older people, I just think like how were you not aware of these things for you to be like so like like I fuck with Trump, or like I agree with everything he's doing, and kind of I don't know, like having them in my life, it's like, how did you not think that this was something that would affect me or like us? Like if it were family, right? Like I like for family, I'll give like I'll do the same thing where I'll give them a little bit of the benefit of like, okay, like sure, like I'll try to like educate you, but if it becomes where I do try to educate them and they still try not to learn or anything, then I feel like they really don't deserve to be in my life. Like I feel like, especially if you're attacking me, because I strongly just believe that some people aren't worth your time and to be in your life. Like I think you should really take it as like it's a privilege for people to know you, and people don't deserve your entire self if they're not going to support you, especially in this climate right now, especially when like we are the ones who are getting directly affected by everything that this administration is doing. And I just think it's unfair to be like, no, it's okay, to make it seem like it's still fine for them to think this way and support this, when in reality it's not. Especially with everything that's currently going on. Yeah. With like all the files, all the like stuff of like how ICE is running and this and that. And it's just like, how can you continue to like be fine and openly vocal about like supporting this evil man or supporting these evil people? Yeah. Like I just feel like people don't deserve to like be in your circle for that.
Yeah.
That's solid.
I think they have to earn it. Like
That's
at that point, if they are in that opposite of like what, because I do strongly believe that like, I guess, like how I said, I think last time, like it's no longer like about like your political side. It literally is what you value and what your beliefs are, like ethically. Like, do you really morally think that all of these things are correct, to be treating people this way, to be taking and separating families? Like, how can you think that any of that is fine?
For sure.
And
And,
I
like,
just feel like people just aren't, people generally at this time, if they want to be in that side and I guess change their minds, I think they should earn it. They should earn your respect, because like at that point you really were disrespectful.
Yeah.
Like, people can't just be like okay and then eventually be like, oh, I changed my mind. It's okay, like I'll give you that, but it's also that thing of like, you can't always expect people to accept your apology, you know?
Yeah, and like, are you okay with being a sheep? Like, I feel like, are you okay with not participating in what's going on in the world?
Yeah.
Are you okay with like not actually knowing like what information is actually true and like real? Like, are you just gonna go off of what you see and like not even actually do your own like active research and like learn what the hell is going on? I think I just don't respect people who have such big opinions, big ideas, and they just don't know what the fuck they're talking about, and they don't really actually have anything to back them up, and like they'll have so much like gusto about like, oh, it's, you know, Trump or whatever the case may be, and you don't even know that he's actively working against you, or you do know, and you're just choosing to just ignore that big blatant part because there's a chance that you might get rich if you were a part of that percentage. But like, what the? You're not. Where you are right now is where you are right now. And even if you were at the top, why would you want to be at the top and be an evil part of that part? Like,
why do you want to be at the top with all these weirdos?
yeah, the pedophiles. Why would you want to be up there?
People. No, go ahead.
Like, it's just, I don't understand why you would want to be a sheep. Why you would want to not take an active role in your life. Why would you want to not know what the hell's going on? I know it's over. Like, it could, like, I think the worst kind of people are the people who are super neutral. Like, the people who are just constantly just like, oh, you know, I don't really have a.
Yeah.
Pick a mother.
Or the one that's like, I was like, oh, both sides are bad.
Please stop.
Bruh.
Please stop. There's one supporting pedophiles, and there's one just really wanting basic human rights. Please stop acting like you're being oblivious to what's actually going on. And that kind of stuff really frustrates me. It really, really frustrates me when they're a black person or a non-black person. It makes me so livid because I'm like, are you dumb? Like, there's no way to articulate that better than just being like looking at them like they got shit on their face, because like you look stupid as hell. Like, and your shoes are dusty. like, don't do this. It really bothers me. It really bothers me.
Yeah, the way we were talking about Elon Musk and his begging ass. That's how y'all be looking.
That's
bro.
how y'all looking. Like, please choose me. Please pick me. It's a part of the whole white supremacy of just being wanting to be chosen by them. Like, who are these people?
Bro, they're fucking weirdos.
They're
Literally,
weird.
there's a whole bunch of pages. How many pages did you say? There's
Over 3
pages
million.
of
3
these
million.
people fucking harming fucking kids, eating people. Oh, I guess alleged. I don't know if that's actually in there. But like literally, and you want to be friends with these people? You want to be associated?
Supporting
You want
them?
You want them to be fucking like loving on you and shit? Like, bro, these people are weirdos. The fuck?
Because you know what? They're weirdos too. I
Yeah,
feel like
they
if
are,
if you're in
for
that kind of
sure.
realm, you're a weirdo. Like, you're just weird. And we need to call people weirdos to their face. Be really I really do get joy out of people who in the moment actively react to stupidity with violence sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. Like, when like someone's getting interviewed and out of
And
nowhere
then they
someone
smack
just,
her?
I'm like,
Yeah.
thank God. Like, you know that guy who like he like did like the drunk kick, like he did like a whole little spin and
yeah.
kicked her?
Yeah,
like, kicked
yeah,
the
I
thing
know
or
what you're
whatever.
talking
I'm
about,
like,
I think we
See?
talked about it once where there was that girl who was getting interviewed about
Oh, yeah, and then the girl
abortions,
punched her.
and then the girl just punched her.
oh,
Do you know the video? Do you know
I
what I'm
get
talking
so
about?
excited. Yes, I know.
Yeah.
It's like, that's not my point. What
Yeah.
I'm saying is, bah, bah, bah.
Like, sometimes that's why I feel like it's
But
so
it's
hard for me to articulate that.
their like stupidity is literally making them like
It
fuck
gets you
around and find out.
Like,
bro.
it gets you
Like,
so frustrated that you can't even like really, because you can't talk to those people. They're a brick wall. They're not listening. They only they're waiting for their response. They're not waiting to hear you out. They're not actively open to learn new things. They just want to talk their shit.
It's
So,
well, yeah,
they
especially
want
in
to
a-
get
in a-
they
in a-
want to they want to get a reaction.
in
and
a
they
social
got
media
one.
sense, they want content.
And it's so weird. Clout is such a strange thing. Get a grip, guys. Get a grip. You're not going to die with the followers you have. You're not going to die because you went viral. You're going to die in that casket by yourself. Sorry.
Type shit. No, not even. What
No,
are you gonna be
really.
sorry for? You
You're
got
right.
nothing to be sorry
You're
for.
right.
Take that back. Take that back right now.
Take it back.
But I think that's a good place to end things off
On
this week.
death?
No, that's not on death. That's
No.
on business.
That's on business. Okay.
That's on you standing on business.
Right.
That's good. No, because it's real.
It
That's some
is.
real shit. I don't see
Yeah.
that as negative at all.
Yeah,
But
you're right.
yeah, we want to see what you guys think, though. Leave it in the
Yeah,
comments.
leave in the
Yeah,
comments
let
what
us
you think.
Do you
know.
think you should cut people off because of their political opinions?
Yeah.
Let us know. Let us know what you guys think. Because
Yeah.
again, like we've
yeah.
talked about, we're very open-minded. So
Yeah, we'll hear you out. If you
We'll
guys
hear
want
you
to,
out.
like, I don't know, go in on me for anything I said on that specific question, you can. I like reading that stuff.
Yeah. I won't change my mind, but you could try.
I'm open
I
to
guess
it.
we're not open-minded. then.
Some of us are open-minded.
Some things.
Some of us on some things are open-minded. But shout out to our Patreons.
Yeah, I'm
Shout
looking-
out to
I'm looking them up
Brandon.
right now.
He ran a
For
marathon.
Running his marathon.
I'm
He
so
did a
proud of
good
him.
job. I am really proud of him.
I've never been proud of a Laker fan in my life, but look at me.
I'm dead.
Yeah, I put the globe in his seat because he's my world.
How sweet.
Thank you.
Y'all are cute or whatever.
Now they not beefing. We'll see next week, huh?
Nah, we're beefing though.
No,
We're
they're actually
beefing. It's okay.
Like,
It's okay.
imagine your seats are over here.
You guys don't even want to know the shit I said about him off camera, dude. Trust.
After school episode.
That's funny. Yeah, you have them, Julie?
I'm
Or
looking
do we
I'm
edit
looking
them in?
I'm looking them up. Hold on. I don't know why I can't find them.
I know we have a student a month this month. Yoel.
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 Shout out
Shout out to
Yoel.
Yoel.
Shout
to
out.
Yoel. Shout out.
No?
We need to change the Happy New Year.
I know. I
it's
saw
February,
that
huh?
last.
We
Yeah.
should- I know.
Happy
she's-
that
Black
last time.
History
I know.
Month.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, don't forget, guys. I still need my Cash App.
Oh yeah.
Cash App a Black person today.
Actually, yeah. Happy Black History Month, guys. It's an important month.
Yes. 28
Yeah.
days.
You know.
Is it 28 or 29 this year?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Do we have longer days this year?
That's a good question.
I think it's so funny for people who have their birthday on like.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, damn, how old are you? 3?
Yeah, it is funny because when people pull that out and that's what it like shows, I always think it's humorous. I like it.
I would hate that. I already celebrate my birthday for a whole month anyway, so it's okay.
Today we only have. This month we only have 28. Oh yeah, Valentine's Day is this month.
Yay!
Oh,
We should do a love
yeah.
episode.
Oh, that'd be cool. That would be cool. That would be cute. This one, it'll probably be next week's. Next week's comes out on the 12th, which will be cool.
Okay.
We'll do a little Valentine's Day. Well, it'll be all about love.
Yeah.
Because there's different types of love, and there's different ways to show it, right? So look forward to that. Next week's episode is gonna be a Valentine themed episode.
yeah.
So fuck it. Everybody better wear red. I'm gonna be pissed.
I don't wear red. I don't have anything red. I pink.
Well, there you go.
All right,
I
there you
keep
go.
pink
Sorry,
on
y'all.
me.
I couldn't find them. I don't
All
know
right,
why.
well,
Just-
we'll
it's
edit
not
them
popping
in.
up for some
We'll
reason.
edit them in. Don't worry, guys. You guys are still gonna get your shout outs. Shout out to you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It was a really good one, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week. We'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye. Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about, bro. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Congrats, dude. Good shit, dude. Good shit.
Brandon, you're not gonna believe this, dude. Baby slapped you, dog. I saw kids like infants, dog.
Post game interview, bro. How do you feel? How do you feel?
They put a hill on mile 12. That was bullshit.
They put a hill. They constructed it just for this.
The 12th mile was just like, there's one more hill, buddy.
There's one more hill, buddy. Yo, give